Hello everyone, and welcome to another game of World of Warships. Today it's one of my replays and I'm in the Des Moines, a tier 10 US cruiser. I'm on the map Islands of Ice in a 3-point domination game. So there's a carrier, which is not so nice, because I'm at Des Moines, so I'm pretty much defenseless. Isn't it just sad? Anyway. I actually have some anti-air skills in my build, but you know, I didn't bring defensive fire because it doesn't do shit, and Hydro tends to be more useful. So be that as it may though, I'm at the sea cap. I found an island here. Look at that, the carrier is detecting me. So, I'm at the sea camp, and I'm trying to get some use out of this island. The thing is, I almost cover the whole cap with my radar, not quite. Problem of course is that the ship can sit on the other side of this island and just camp. And we can't do anything about it. Now, the enemy Salem has just been destroyed, and this is where I've decided, you know what, I'm gonna go a little bit forward here. The Marceau for some reason is coming around here guns blazing, and I entirely missed my salvo, therefore the Marceau camped. Which is a bit of a shame, isn't it? So the Marceau managed to camp, but we can do a little bit of damage here. Now this is a bit of a risky move, right? There are battleships that could slap me. The Montana and the Slava though can't overmatch my side armor. They can overmatch my nose, Mike, but they can't overmatch my side armor, so I can at least angle, which is pretty neat. Now the Venezia is also getting in on the fun, and I've decided to just go to the center island here in sea. Now, the most dangerous part is obviously the journey from my last island to around here, but it wasn't, like the opposition wasn't that drastic, I guess. It worked out quite fine. Now once again the carrier is coming in here. Unfortunately that means I don't have a chance to go into concealment, and I can't really dodge the torpedoes, and I can't shoot down the planes, and I'm just gonna take one here. I mean, I shot down a few planes, but obviously only after they dropped. Now anyway, no, plane's still here. I was just thinking I'd managed to go back into concealment, but of course not. Now I have a smoke screen here from Viper, which I'm gonna use in a second here, and we actually managed to flip this camp. Now on the other side we have a Holland and well, a cruiser there trying to take A, and then we have some spectators who are too far in the back to actually help take A, are probably just there, I don't know. They're just, well, spectators basically, right? They don't actually want to get involved in this fight, they just want to watch from a safe distance and probably then criticize our team for sinking without support. But either as it may, it looks pretty good here at the sea camp. We have secured the camp, the Marceau, the Montana, the Venezia, they are all in retreat. I've taken a bit of a spanking so far, but you know, still got 3 heals left. Not too problematic, I guess, right now. I'm trying to get the lovely fire on the Montana. The Montana is nearing the edge of my gun range. Oh, wasn't that the great dispersion there? So the Montana is nearing the edge of my gun range, which means well, I mean, the smoke is running out anyway. So I gotta move and find a better position there. And look at how long the shell travel time is, right? So the last salvo didn't even reach the Montana because while he was still inside my range when I fired the guns, by the time the shells arrived he was already far gone. Now I can move here a little bit more towards the B camp. There is a crosser voice somewhere. We've lost our Holland in A. Oh, our spectators decided that spectating is too boring and they want to get involved. Obviously they waited long enough that we lost our destroyer there before going forward, because otherwise it would have been easy. But you know, still pretty even game. We are a bit behind on points, but we now got the C cap, we are flipping the B cap, so points should... well, we should catch up there rather quickly. Obviously depends on how this goes with the ships. So I haven't decided yet exactly my approach. I could have gone a little bit more north and used the safe island, but the muscle is currently visible. I'm trying to get a few shots in there, and then I'm going to go and hug this island. Now, the Montana and this lava are currently not able to shoot me thanks to the island. And I'm trying to get the island between me and the Shikishima as well. That leaves basically the Conqueror as far as battleships are concerned that can shoot me. Now, the Conqueror... well, I can't actually overmatch my side armor. That's even supposing a Conqueror would shoot armor piercing. But, you know, a Conqueror high explosive is gonna hurt like a truck anyway, so... Conqueror gets too interested in me, I might be in trouble. Now I got one salvo there or so into the muscle, and hitting a muscle, well, they are fast little buggers. It's not that easy, I suppose, even at 10 kilometers. But right now we have a Grossevoy here to shoot at, and that's a much easier target. So I'm going to pop a Hydro because, you know, there are plenty of little destroyers that might torpedo me. Not just the Grossevoy, the Harlan is here too. And for now, we'll just try to farm this Grossevoy. And I'll try to somewhat stay close to this island for some protection there. Now the Grossevoy is... Grossevoy is slowly losing his health there. And hopefully he will go down before he can escape. So he's trying to smoke up here. He should have just kept going full speed. He is very much at the edge of my radar range. If he went full speed away and would have just laid a smoke trail behind him, he would have probably escaped. I mean, okay, we had a carrier there, so maybe that's why he slowed down some. But the thing is, right, he basically... I mean, maybe he judged the distance to me or whatever. But as we saw there, right at the very last second, he managed to get out of my radar range. So if it just kept going full speed, he would have possibly survived. But hey, good for us, good for us. Now, still pretty even game. We are now the only one who have caps, but ship-wise we are still equal, and there is a bit over 10 minutes left, so it's anyone's game at this point. Now the question is, where do I go from here? Oh, Conqueror is visible. If we could get rid of this Conqueror, it would be pretty great. Now, it looks like the Shikishima has decided to move towards our sea cap. Marceau is still somewhere. And oh, there is a broadside Montana. So let's go and introduce the Montana to some lovely armor piercing and see what we can get up to here. Now, currently, this island is protecting me from the Shikishima. So as... Oh, wait, I reversed too much. I wasn't paying attention to... ooh, oh. Wait, those shells didn't even come close. I wonder if his aim was off or if I was just that lucky RNG-wise. Now, I do have the legendary module, which allows me to accelerate rather quickly and get into the safety of this island, but I fucked this up. I got away with it, but I didn't pay attention that I was reversing that much, and I left the safety of my island there. Now I do have the safety of my island back. Now it's just Montana farming time, I guess. Let's see if we can't make sure this Montana is dealt with. Now the Montana is shooting back, that's a shame, and that hurt quite a bit. So the Montana can go through my nose, and at this range he can somewhat probably get hits into it, I suppose. But at least he can't overmatch my side armor. Now there is a Smolensk, full broadside Smolensk. Let's see if I can get a few shots in there. Looks like the Smolensk is slowing down there. I'm going to try to set up a smoke screen there. Oh, is he going to get told? Yeah, somebody hit him there. Still got a few shells out. The Marceau is visible again, and oh! I got the Smolensk again. So I mean, most of the work was done by somebody else, but I'll take it. we once again achieved moral victory, because the Smolensk has been sunk. Once again, like the Marceau here is visible again, the Moskva might be able to deal with this. We shall see, but there is a Shikishima pushing in from Slava backup. So I have kind of two options. I can just go towards the other side and try to help out a day. Or I can stick here. Once again, ship-wise we are actually even, like both teams. It's just that we control the camps right now, which gives us a distinct advantage. If I run away here, I leave the Moskva alone, and I am rather close. So... oh, those guns are looking at me. That's not good. So let's see if RNG is smiling upon me today. Let's charge a Shikishima. I mean, how could it possibly go? On the bright side, he's too close for that eye to react. Now I managed to dodge one servo. The problem is, I mean, at this range, the dodging is not going to be that easy. Because, well, there isn't an awful lot of shell travel time. And while I have the legendary module, not even with that I can accelerate that fast. And... ow. That was more like what I expected. Get hit with. Could switch back to high explosive actually. I mean, armor piercing is doing some reasonable damage there, but not really that great, I guess. So I should probably go high explosive at this point. He's somewhat angling there. And in come more shells. I can squeeze between those. Now, I mean, I'm getting lucky here, right? Or he's getting unlucky. So that's definitely a thing. Okay, so I could raid it here. Maybe I should to see where the Slava is. And again, oh, well, and yes, I can angle against the Slava. Isn't that nice? It's so nice to see ships that you can angle against. It's such a rare sight for a Des Moines. So, but the thing is, he can go from my nose, right? So I want to bait him to shoot a little bit into my angled side and not my nose. If he shoots my nose, so I need him to not shoot my nose. And speaking of angling, he was too angled for my shells there, but I'm reaching a position where I should be able to go through his citadel. And there we go. Those are the citadels I've been looking for. Just rolled a Slava and Shikishima and I came out on top. Thank you, RNGesus. Your help was greatly appreciated. Now I'm currently on fire and I don't have a damage con ready right now. I'm very low, there are no heals left, but I'm going to survive this. And overall, we are one ship ahead and we have vastly more points. Now at this point, you can reasonably argue that I should just run away. The enemy team has a carrier that could try to hunt me down, but he doesn't necessarily know where I am if I evacuate this position fast enough. Actually, I haven't seen the carrier in a while. I mean, the carrier was a nuisance early in the game because he kept spotting me when I didn't want to get spotted. And got a top in me and such, but, you know, I haven't seen the carrier in a while. Now, besides the carrier, there are Halland and the Venezia, right? The Halland, well, I mean, even with my low health, I'll take a duel with the Halland. Not with the Venezia, though. But with so few ships, maybe I can stay into concealment. As I said, I could be running away. Okay, I'm slightly greedy. And I want to use my radar against the Halland. Now, the Venezia could be a problem here. But I can most definitely go Hydro Radar and hunt down this Halland. I mean, see, the thing is, if I get destroyed, you're still going to win. Because I trust in my division mate in the Shimakaze to stay concealed and just win us some points. If I fail, my division mate has this, so... I trust enough in him to just go hunt down a Halland. With great success, I might add. And with the Halland gone, I can now use this island as cover from the Venezia, well, assuming I survive the next server. And you know what? I might even get the Kraken. So honestly, like, if I didn't have a division mate with me that I trust, I probably would have been a smart choice to just disengage and win on points, but, you know, I felt like I could get away with this little bit of greed. And, you know, this little bit of greed might even get me a Kraken. Well, or not. Or not. Now, the enemy carrier is, well, I don't know what he's doing. Someone in chat at some point, I think, now, the enemy team mentioned that their carrier is AFK, which seems to be the case because we don't see any play. So that's good for us, because otherwise we might have lost. Now that brings us to the results, and I myself 3,193 base experience. Quite a lot of experience there, and almost got the Kraken, but not quite. So this was quite the amusing battle. I mean, the brawls against the battleships. I still can't believe I survived those. So yeah, I got lucky, obviously. But it was hopefully amusing for you to watch. And as we can see here, the enemy carrier actually, it looks like he went AFK pretty early on, right? After he inconvenienced me early on, maybe he, I don't know. It's possible that he had PC troubles, that maybe his game crashed or whatever, I don't know. But if the enemy carrier would have been present, this would have ended very differently, I suppose. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this, and I'll see you next time.